Good afternoon, my dear colleagues, my dear jury. So, first of all, before we come up closer to our topic, I'd like to break ice between us. And want to ask you to write the number in the chat of the picture, which in your opinion shows your mood and feeling. Can you see the picture well?
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah,
But it is hard to decide which one is my picture.
Oh, I think after 5 lessons, we are all a bit number 4.
yeah. After the fifth lesson number 6, yes, you're right.
And this is almost the end of the week, so maybe yes.
Okay.
Oh, maybe
In fact, I can see number 5 and 6. These are not that bad.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much. I think I'm kind of number 3 now. But at the end, I'd like to be number 5. So, let me come closer to the topic I want to introduce you. I'd like to start, in fact, with the motto. And my motto is language is not a name, but a tool. So, and the topic is watching a film to develop communicative skills and establish interdisciplinary connection. Why this particular topic? Because films, cinematography nowadays is the strongest tool to capture people's hearts. So, in fact, not only adults, but also children can be captured by short videos, long videos. It doesn't matter. It's a part of their culture. So why don't we use this as a method to study language? And not only language, but also to establish these so important interdisciplinary connections. So first of all, I want to tell you about my experience, and I usually use this method with the 10th or 11th graders. Why? Because almost each movie, film, has its age restrictions, age limit. So we need to be very, very attentive with this while choosing one. So the choice of a film also depends on the lesson outcomes and what you want to bring up in your children. This method needs a very thoughtful preparation from the teacher's side, and the film contents should be elaborated, and lots of materials should be or works should be studied, and it also involves consulting some recommendations from other teachers who conduct those subjects, those lessons with you want to connect your movie with. It is important to prepare while and post-watching tasks. Because watching a film during the lesson, it's not just for fun. We have lots of things to do. We need to develop communicative skills during this process, and in fact, this is one of the most important points. We need to remember that all the activities and all the exercises, they depend also on the outcomes of your lesson plan. So, as you know my topic now, I want you to predict what movie we are going, or maybe what's the topic of the movie we are going to discuss. And I want to show you some pictures for that.
It's some kind of historical movie. Is it a historical?
Yeah, exactly. And I think you can just predict easily what historical figure it is connected to. Yeah. So,
Yes.
any
This is
thoughts?
Queen Elizabeth is this.
Yes. Yes.
Queen
This is
Elizabeth, not the
this is
second.
No, not the second, not the second. So, in fact, I must tell you that I have watched this film with my students 3 times, and yeah, and I had really nice experience with this particular film, and we studied lots of information. We brushed our language with that, and I want to show some of these exercises. So, first of all, the task or the method of prediction is very important here, not only with small students, with preschoolers, but also with teenagers in the 10th or 11th grade. They like these prediction tasks, so, and we are going to predict too. So, what can be discussed in the frames of this film? What do you think we will discuss, or what topics won't be touched? So, your options, your opinion.
Border, maybe. Border.
I'm sorry? Border, we'll discuss.
I think yes. I think yes.
Okay.
Finding treasures for the Queen.
Okay.
Maybe.
Church.
Going
somehow.
the wedding ceremony in the church.
Church.
Church. Okay.
Coins. It's also
Coins,
something about treasure.
Or how she was attacked by Spanish pirates
Queen.
during her voyages, maybe.
So,
And fleet, maybe also.
Spanish
fleet. Okay, so we can divide these words as you want with your students, and that is a very interesting task for me, because I can see, in fact, 2 ways of going on with it. First way is just to check it immediately, but I would recommend another one. With my students, we usually leave it like that. We do not check it from the very beginning, but then we return during the process of watching. We return this task to use it as a kind of a reflection. You know, when they saw some points, when they study something, and we of course look at this exercise once again, and they can explain then was their answer correct or incorrect and why. So I would recommend to leave it for the end of the lesson or for the end of watching the whole film. So that's why we are not checking it with you, as I'm not checking it immediately with my students. This is the best option, I think so. In fact, watching a film, of course, lasts not just one lesson. It usually takes 3 or even 4 lessons. And during this watching, we can dig into the topic of historical backgrounds, geographical backgrounds, if we talk about this particular film. And of course, everything needs to be discussed with specialists, with professionals, for example, geography teacher or history teachers. And of course, needs to be studied by a teacher on my own. So, and of course, not only the interactive exercise are interesting for us today, but we will also watch some videos. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have time limit. We won't watch the whole film, of course, but please pay attention to some parts you can see here, and then we will do some more exercises. So are you ready? Yes? Great. Let's do it.
Dropped anchor! These Spanish monsters can't handle our English seas. Have the wind in our favour! Do we go? We go! Godspeed, my friend! Walter! Don't forget to jump!
So, I made them quite short in order not to waste our precious time. This is only a part of the film, and in fact, it's a very important part because it is the beginning of the Battle of Gravelines or Gravelines. Both options are correct. So one of the most important historical points for England, because since then England has become the mighty sea country. So we have, of course, discuss something according to this battle. To discuss something, we need to have more information. Of course, while watching it, we not always get this information because it's still a film, it's not documentary. That's why a teacher needs to be prepared with to involve, to engage students. One of these exercises is for you. So, look, please. What do you think happened to the Spanish Armada, the Spanish fleet, and to the British fleet? Your ideas. So, ships and boats, more than 130.
Maybe the British fleet was attacked, and in this battle, well, the Spanish Armada sank.
And how many? So look, please, at this statement: ships and boats, 130 plus. Which fleet is that? What do you think?
Well, I think that the Spanish Armada at the time.
I want to surprise you, honestly.
No.
So you think it's a Spanish Armada?
Spanish Armada, I think, yes. They were
I
the masters
and
in this
here
in dolphins at that
here
time.
we can pay attention to some details. If you look on the internet, of course, you can find this information that Spanish Armada had like about 130 ships, but only the British fleet had
Ships and
boats.
boats. Yes.
Yeah, that's
And
very
boats, not-
interesting thing. Okay. So it also develops their critical thinking and willing to find more information. And of course, I want you to notice that some the questions or some your answers you have in mind can be unexpected. So, better on ships, what do you think?
Maybe Spanish.
I am for British. I am for British.
Okay, we are divided, but that's not a problem. It's not for us. The first was Spanish. The next.
Yes.
That is very interesting.
Don't know.
Maybe
Come on,
British
let's
also.
British fleet.
Go for British.
and that will be one of unexpected moments here, because it was the Spanish Armada.
Mhm.
And look, please, do you remember how many ships did the Spanish Armada lose in the battle? In the
57.
in the previous, that was 67. And now, look, please, at the question.
Lost
Ship
in
and
the British fleet.
British fleet.
The British. And I hoped you answer like that, because that's not the correct answer.
Ah,
Yeah. Are you surprised, my dear colleagues?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So previously we said that the Spanish Armada lost 67, and now we can just mathematically easily count that 67 minus 5 or 6. It means that they lost more than 60 ships, not in the battle, not in the combat. Okay. And the last one for you. No ships lost in that combat. Which one?
It's a little bit scary now to answer.
Yeah, so we are confused. Okay, I will help you. In fact, this is the British fleet. Okay, so why did I choose this exercise and these such particular facts? First of all, we all remember about competencies we need to remember, yeah. And here we can count, we can develop our mathematical competency, and of course, this is the moment of something unexpected, you know, when people are interested, because some facts can be quite controversial, and from the first sight you think you know the answer, but then it turns out to be different. So it's just how to encourage, how to engage the students. Of course, after that, you can do any activities according to the contest there. I have one for you. After watching the film, The Battle, after watching activity, it is connected to the language. So, and you can also talk with your pupils, not only about history or geography, but also about some language patterns, like here. So you can see what phrase appeared in the English language after the Battle of Gravelines. So what do you think?
I think
It's quite
It is protest wins. I think I know this phrase. I'm not sure where, but
Yes, that's right. Why this particular task? Because they need to dig into the topic, historical topic, and this is a perspective of the whole history of England. And we are talking here also about ability to learn, one of the competencies in the new Ukrainian school. We are talking about social and civil competency. We are talking about cultural awareness. So lots of things which are connected while watching and digging into the topic. So, and of course, as my topic is watching a film, I'd like you to enjoy a bit, enjoy without my constant speaking. I want you to watch some 3 short extracts and be attentive. It's about critical thinking. Only one of them can be connected to the real historical events, because we need to explain our students that the movie is still a fantasy, someone's fantasy. We can't take everything like for granted, you know? So we need to use our critical thinking fully. So my dear colleagues, now you are to watch it and, of course, to use your critical thinking. So, 1 second.
I've known the pleasure. But I've never known the pleasure of being liked for myself.
I hope you believe I like you for yourself, my lady.
Is anyone ever liked simply for themselves? I doubt it.
My loving people! We see the sails of the enemy approaching. We hear the Spanish guns over the water. Soon now, we will meet them face to face. I am resolved in the midst and heat of the battle to live or die.
Patata, Majesty. You eat it. Very nourishing.
So, these are all parts of the movie we are watching all together, and try to guess, please, which one, the only one, can be connected to a real history of England, and two others are just fictional.
Well, I'm not such a big master as you in filming and history, but I think maybe it is number 2. Like all, well, kings and queens, she had to inspire her army for the victory
she
against
had to,
Okay.
but as
Thank
far
you.
as no, she really didn't do this often, and it wasn't her her scene and her, I don't know, her outline maybe.
So what is your opinion? Which one is real?
My opinion, that is the third one is real. It's kind of weird, but I think it is the third.
Okay. So
Nothing is real.
Let's reveal the secret. In fact, yes, the third one is real. Because because Sir Riley brought potato to the Queen, yes, and in fact there are some interesting facts you can discuss with your students. Elizabeth cooked that potato, but in a wrong way. They cooked the green part, which in fact was poisoning. So, and in that way, potato wasn't the product that was loved by them immediately. So, only with time. And here we can show our students that is a great amount of fictions, and they need to think properly. They need to find this information. They need to be those researchers. For example, the first one can be true because she was afraid of water, and it wasn't that common thing in her times to take baths so often. The second, the only queen who did like that was Maria Stuart, but who performed in front of her army, but not Elizabeth. People claimed Elizabeth was also a bit afraid of such a big amount of people. So, critical thinking as it is. And as we finish all our lessons, and this lesson is not exception, I mean watching movie lesson, we have of course homework. So, my dear colleagues, I have prepared some options for you. And 1 second, want to show you. So, by this time, of course, our students can be or should be fully involved into the process. Why don't we give them a choice to do their own research? So, for example, the task key figures. You can take some key figures from the movie and, or they can take and do a small research why these key figures were important in this particular part, in the Queen's environment. What role did that or that figure play? So, if you want to ease homework for your students, you just can make them create a meme. Why not? It's a part of their culture. And believe me, they are professionals in that. I, for example, created 2 of them for you yesterday. So it means it's possible, believe me, if I could do that, but I think that everyone can. So, my dear colleagues, and I hope my dear jury is also involved in this, what's your verdict? Are you ready to take a risk with the film idea and join our team crew, or maybe you are still hesitating? So tick the picture and write a short comment in our Zoom conference, Zoom chat.
So as for me, I am hesitating because we have a lot of risks in our life now.
A lot of risk? Ah, you are hesitating about a phrase about the risk.
Yes.
You just do not like to drink champagne.
Oh.
So tick the picture, yeah, and write a short comment. So what maybe you have in your memory after that, or what was interesting for you, or what is a controversial maybe thing for you? Okay.
Sure, I am ready, and maybe we can choose and make and create any kind of exercise and task. It depends just on our imagination and maybe some skills and facilities. But I think that the most important part of this is to choose the appropriate film. Maybe I think it's the key point of this, because you can choose a good film, really nice film, but it's not for
The age.
certain group of students, the age, and everything is will then thrown, and it will be a disaster. That's it.
So that's why I told you from the very beginning, the teacher must be very well prepared for this, because it's a row of the lessons, 3 or 4 lessons. So
course,
we need to look for information, make a research, and do lots of things. So,
well, Zoya, do you think it's worth it?
Thank you.
You spend so much time to prepare.
Yes, yes,
you
definitely.
are in history, and what is
definitely
the
they were successful even after this. Even they were successful in on their history lessons, and I was extremely proud of that. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I agree. But the teachers should be in a good emotional condition,
Thank you.
with a lot of free time, with some sources of inspiration, with enough sleeping, resting, and ideas. So yes, surely you need a lot of time and for this, for preparing for this, for be ready for this.
Thank you very much, my dear colleagues, for your opinion and for your for sharing it with me. And I hope that you will take some of the tips or some of the activities in your personal experience back.
Thank you very much. It was really fruitful class. It's great. Thanks a lot.
Yes, we really enjoyed.
Have a nice day then.
Yes, good job, Zoya.
Very much.